Time to talk shit.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our talk show, the number one talk show in this room.
In this room.
If you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'm your host, Josh, and this is your other host, not Josh.
Not Josh. Not even a bit.
If you can't read, it says DJ.
Which, if you can't read, that's understandable because, I can't read, so most of my fans probably can't.
We can relate.
My fans relate to me. They think reading's stupid.
And there's the one guy that's just like it calls you JD.
Right.
Before we start the show today, we would like to say our hearts go out to Louisiana. Saturday, they were hit hard by Hurricane Ida.
Fucking again, bro.
If you would like to help, there is a link down below.
Like, I didn't think it was gonna happen twice, and luckily they were a little bit more prepared this time. They still got hit hard.
Oh my god, harder than
right?
Katrina.
And which did a lot of damage.
It was their 16th year. It hit on the 16th year anniversary.
Right. But you got to think so because they were more prepared, it's still roughly about the same amount of damage that happened last time.
But a little more.
But, like I said, the difference is they were a little bit more prepared.
A little bit. But they still had the wooden power lines. Not like we have concrete.
Flooding, stuff like that.
They can't help. They don't have canals.
Right. Well, they do have. It is actually, in fact, canals in Louisiana. They're just not as deep, as like,
because they're
like ours and stuff like that. What's wrong?
Above sea level. Nothing. I was on the wrong one for Facebook.
My Twitter isn't. I keep hitting refresh. It just keeps going back to whatever. Oh, there we go.
There we are.
Bam. Sorry, we were not.
But yeah, I think they're the more underwater than we are, I guess, or under sea level.
Yeah, the way they're sitting,
It sucks about Louisiana, like New Orleans, though. They get hit first. See, we don't get hit first unless it's coming from the east.
Right.
Most of the time it's coming from the east, like southeast. So Miami gets hit first.
Yeah.
Then we get hit.
For some reason, it just swoops around us normally.
It's twice this hurricane season. They both of them went to the Gulf of Mexico.
It's like, fuck it. If we
the other one, what did it do? It went to New York or North Carolina?
Yeah. It's like, fuck it. If we can't mess shit up, we're not going there.
But this was a hurricane. By the time it went from Florida, or around Florida, it went to a Category 5. Or this shit I saw on TikTok, it uprooted this fucking big-ass tree and it went into the house.
Right.
Neighbors, they ran over there to see if anyone was home. Everyone was okay. Well, just like our first charity we ever did, it's Hurricane Relief Fund. Because that one hurricane was over the Bahamas for 2 fucking days.
That was a little, yeah.
And this
crazy.
is almost as sad as Haiti getting hit with an earthquake and then a tropical storm.
Also, it's the end of August, and it's our last day for our Kids in Need Foundation charity. Because August, of course, is back to school.
Well, they probably need laptops now. Apparently, COVID is not under control in schools.
No, well, the first week of school, kids are getting sick. It's just
not even kids now. It was like administration, everyone.
Right. It's a crazy time. Getting back to school, getting everything running and stuff like that. So it takes right.
Like 2 years.
And then you got to think so a lot of the kids going back to school, haven't even been to school yet, so their immune systems aren't built up. They're not used to other little sick kids. They don't know, hey, maybe I shouldn't be fucking touching the Tyrannosaurus Rex that little Timmy just had in his mouth.
Not everyone has everyone went to daycare.
Right. So, but the August is National Back to School Month, and as such, our charity is Kids in Need Foundation. Also, don't forget we have Anchor FM, Spotify, podcasts, and wherever you get your podcasting need versions.
On Apple Podcasts.
And Apple Podcasts, yep.
80% of our...
Huh?
80% of our listening is from Apple Podcasts.
Listen to the Apple Podcast.
Well, it's easy on your phone. You just go to podcast.
It's your face. Some of them love seeing my face. They're like, oh, look at that guy D. What?
I was looking at my face.
My nose fucking itches.
Today's a random fact. That actually comes from Matt Pat. The different colors of Fruit Loops cereal all taste the same. They're not individually flavored.
Have you ever noticed that? It's the same thing with Apple Jacks.
Matt Pat did on Food Theory.
you're like you eating it, you're expecting a little bit of
A
different
berry
flavors,
tastes like berry.
and it's all the same shit.
This
you
is like
know?
what's that thing called? Like the sugar pill thing.
It's
When
like
you think it tastes like that
Right.
because you think it tastes like
it's your
that.
brain telling you, yeah. But fucking,
Must be easier though, because when I think I'm tasting a Coke and it's Dr Pepper,
it's like
I
that.
can tell it's Dr Pepper.
It's like that goddamn Willy Wonka lick the wall shit.
These schnozberries
You know?
taste like schnozberries.
No, they don't, bitch. It tastes like wallpaper. It's a movie,
The
so you
lemon
gotta,
things.
you know, like who the fuck? Why are you licking the wall, crazy bitch? Like,
Why are you letting kids in your fucking unsafe factory?
as soon as,
There's no guardrails.
that was my favorite.
OSHA is having a field day.
No
That's why he
guardrails,
was
Mr.
giving it
Wonka.
up. That bitch was in debt. He had to change. He was in the OSHA fight. He had to change the what's it called, the LLC. That way he wouldn't get sued anymore.
Had to give it to a little kids.
That's the, you have the debt.
I feel
You know
like
what? It was the 90s. It was like
I feel like the government would say something about that.
OSHA.
Like, hey, you can't just pass off your shit to a little child.
Not even that. The CDC, the FDA, that fucking little girl blew into the fucking. She turned to a fucking thing. They had to burp to get down.
A blueberry.
I don't
yeah.
think the CDC or the FDA would approve that for fucking. His experiments are just getting out of control.
They're getting way out of control.
And he doesn't even hire anyone. He fucking clones little fucking Oompa Loompas.
Oh wow.
I wonder if they have a fucking union. Are they like minions?
Willy Wonka pays him in bubble gum and wallpaper.
They're pissed.
I think that's how Willy.
He killed one when they make the golden fucking shit. They get the gold.
Fucking golden geese. Oh man! Every time I have a coughing fit, have you ever seen the show called Disjointed?
Disjointed?
Yeah.
No.
So it's basically a whole show about weed. It's on Netflix. It's called Disjointed. I think you can find it on Peacock too. And it's about a dispensary, right? And like it's basically your basic sitcom, except for the premise is you're working in a dispensary around potheads and stuff like that. And these guys, this couple, Dabby and I can't remember the dude's name. Whatever.
Kevin Smith in it?
No, maybe.
He wrote a similar one that
But-
got picked up by Quibi.
So there's a segment where they're like, "All right, it's time," because the two stoners do a YouTube show,
Of course.
and they're like, "All right, it's time for our coughing fit reel," and they just do a reel of them coughing
You wanted
and
me to do
dying.
that for you when we were recording. 'Cause
Huh?
that would cut you coughing out. When
Yeah.
we were recording. You should do a whole thing of me coughing.
I remember the one we did with it was just saying hi or bye or whatever
Yeah.
at the end
Oh,
of the show.
thanks for watching.
Right. We did there was 30 of those. So
So
that was
30 of how was your week?
How was your week? Yeah.
And nothing fucking happened.
Poor Adam. He hated that.
Hey, how was your week?
He hated how was your week.
How was your week? And we went to question.
He
And now
didn't want to
facts.
talk about it.
I don't blame him. Not an alpha.
Oh,
Oh god.
we're not
Oh,
bringing
we're not
that.
doing
We're-
that. To the news.
We're not talking about that.
Again, have to go all over the place to get away from Corona,
I'm
sports, and fucking politics.
I'm having fucking nightmares that send me to the military and I get shot in the face immediately.
Immediately. 'Cause
I don't even make it to boot camp. Like
you're not even an alpha.
in the door, they shoot me in the face. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, that's a weird way to start out the military. If you can survive a bullet to the mouth, you can survive anything. All right. Start the news.
All over the place.
All over the place.
Science news. Scientists may find life on Earth like planets covering oceans within the next few years.
See, that's the biggest thing, like with the scientists and stuff like that. It's like when they go out looking for planets, it's like, all right, yeah, we got Mars and stuff like that.
No, they're beyond our galaxy.
Right, but Mars and stuff doesn't have
Water.
like water, right? And in order to have sustainable life, you need water.
It reminds me of Interstellar when they went to that planet that had just water. And he's like, oh, look at that mountain. And it's like, that's not a mountain, that's a wave.
Right.
But apparently they did a scan of the planet, and it had a whole bunch of, I guess, algae and microscopic.
Right.
Like,
Well,
all
that's
lit up like a Christmas tree. I
That's
guess
the
bigger
blueprints of life. Like,
bigger than Texas.
you know, we crawled out of the ocean basically,
Well, yeah, single cell organisms.
you know, to move into land and adapt to spread out. Like that's the thing. If you
But
don't
what's
have
it called? Actually, you can see it in person if you have a frog, because it goes from amphibian
tadpole,
to amphibian.
right?
Actually, it goes from gills to lungs.
Mm-hmm.
So evolution,
At its
and they can
finest.
change their sex if they're endangered.
That's how they normally teach it in school, right? Like when I was in school, what they did is they got like some tadpoles, got a little
And you would
tank,
watch the process.
and you would watch the process.
Because it would take weeks, I think.
Couple, yeah,
They
a
all
week
didn't
or
survive.
week or two, and you'd have a pet frog that you'd have to figure out what to do.
Like, what do I do with this thing?
You know, right? It's like, you know, fuckers just.
Oh
got a
my
pet
god! Remember
frog
rain
here.
season? You hear them outside going. Brr, brr.
Yeah.
They're mating.
Well, the crazy thing is to like go outside and hear the alligators and stuff out.
Oh, God.
The sounds they make because they
Yeah.
sound like frogs almost. You know?
Almost. But I think frogs are like the evolutionary like key because they can change their sex. They change from gills to lungs.
I think that's just because you were watching Jurassic Park and that's the way they showed it. So now, like in your head, frogs are just
They
like
can,
the end all be all.
Well, that's the key of adaptation, evolution.
Turn your TV off.
They can't hear it.
They can't, but I can. It's driving me nuts. I hate your PlayStation.
Oh, 'cause you turn your sound off.
I turned all the sounds off. Like I don't
When you
want
did with a Mexican band for 2 years, playing loudly, you just ignore things.
The worst part is, you know what? That music never bothered me, because I like the instrumentals,
I didn't
right?
hear it.
Like so, like in with that type of music and stuff, they use a lot of like the trumpets and the keyboards and the fucking accordions and stuff like that. And
What, a Mexican band?
Huh?
The Mexican bands?
Yeah. Well,
When they
Mexican,
play the
Spanish, Guatemalan.
same song every day,
know.
same thing all the time.
Well,
My brain just goes bloop. I don't even hear it anymore.
I used to fall asleep to it. Like I'd sit in the club as it's right next to the speaker, and I'd just pass the fuck out.
It's
Like,
that vibration.
yeah, it's just. Bum, bum, bum.
Where is Steve? Steve, comment. Did we come on too early, Steve? Is that what it
Come on
was?
too early. All right, next one.
Drake fans vandalized Kanye West's childhood home.
All right, so do we have any like information on why like Drake
Over the
fans just-
weekend, the latter Kanye West's childhood home was vandalized by fans of the certified lover boy, according to a report on TMZ. Someone leaked someone's address, and the fans reacted or some shit.
like I just don't
Like
understand.
Kanye leaked something, but the fans retaliated by vandalizing his childhood home.
What are Kanye West fans like, or Drake fans worried about Kanye West for? Like I don't understand.
Listen, cults are cults.
You know, those-
They got Bieber fans, we got Drake fans, you got.
I just never understood that, right? Like
How dare you attack our beloved Drake?
right, like you know, if you want to be fans of Drake or Kanye West, you go ahead and be fans,
Yeah, but you got the hardcore fan.
right? What?
Look what happened to Selena. God rest her soul.
All I think of is fucking.
She was the head of her fan club.
All I think of when I think of like a hardcore fan,
I
right?
think of Selena, bro.
No, I think. Well, yeah, but I think of the Love Guru, you know, with Justin Timberlake, right? Where he's like in the crowd, Selena, you know, why he's got
Celine Dion.
right, why he's got fucking
Canadian goddess.
what you called standing next to him, you know, and she's just as hot. Like it's not like there's a hotness factor there. The level's different,
I shall give you a popcorn
know.
with ketchup, like in the porno.
right? Like,
And we shall listen to the Canadian goddess Celine Dion.
yeah, like I don't understand, you know. I've never been like, cause that's like
People cry
I don't get
like
it.
when they see it. I'm like, oh my god!
It's like when we went to go see Jason David Frank. Like I thought I was gonna be like oh my god, the Green Ranger. Whoa,
Only
you
thing
know.
I think of was like, wow, you're small.
But yeah, that was
You look
just.
so much taller.
I was just like,
on
man,
the show.
yeah, so
Must-
much
It must be
bigger.
because they stood back from them when they morphed.
Right.
Like they weren't together. They were more like a commercial, like an AT&T commercial.
Like in the Flying V.
yeah.
you know,
So he was at the top.
he was at the front.
Just like
You know.
Everyone's standing next to DJ Small, but when you're next to me too, I mean height wise too, and well, my body's huge, but like you were
Right.
small.
Well, it's not that
Like, how did you fight Gordar?
like as soon as I saw him and I saw like how tired Buddy was.
Oh,
like,
he was tired.
Buddy looked like.
And we
he
just saw him
was-
on Facebook.
Right.
Like he did like a little intro thing.
Right, like he was ready to go, but as soon as he got there, he looked, you know, looked like he needed a sandwich, you know, a sandwich, a hot pot
Like
of
he
coffee.
needed a break before he started.
Right, he needed something, you know. It's like as an actor, he was a great actor. He still does some of the things he does is cool and shit.
I can't stand the acting from anymore.
It's like-
It's not their fault. It's who wrote it.
Right, it's like fuck, man, you know,
Come on, guys.
you're tired. Like get some
did.
rest, you know, like fuck.
But it was like you just want to like sit next to him in the chairs and like kick back with him while he
Yeah.
did his thing,
That's-
and just like chill, be like
That's what I was thinking. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna
sit down. Like,
sit down and chill with you because you
How's the
you-
kids?
You need
that's the
some
wife.
help. Yeah, that's what I was like. How was traffic getting here?
Oh, he
Right.
responded to me on TikTok.
Did he?
Yeah, he wore like Louis Vuitton shoes, Gucci belt and stuff. Like he was dressed up, and I said, "Look at you looking like money." And he liked the comment. He put a smiley face.
Like I said, you know, they're regular people
Well,
trying
he's
to
like
make.
that middle celebrity. Like he'll respond to you because he doesn't have the manager or someone else looking through his stuff.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? He has time to look through it.
He's doing shit himself. You know.
So it's like that.
You said you felt bad. He stood up and posed.
I know. It was like, damn, bro. I'm like 30. Like you didn't have to.
Like
We just take a regular picture. You don't have to pose. Like.
right. You just sit there in the chair. You don't even got to get up. Like
No.
just chill there. You know, relax. He got up, did the pose for you and everything.
Like, okay.
I was, you
A
know,
little embarrassed.
a little embarrassed. I was really embarrassed.
Like, bro, almost like practically the same age. Like,
I don't know. It's just to me, like
that's
like,
why I had a conversation with him. Like, wow, what happened with Fox? Like, I heard they took you off the show to go do another one, but the parents
Right.
got pissed. They had to bring you back as the White Ranger. And apparently in Japan, the White Ranger was a child
yeah.
in Super Sentai, like they did in Turbo.
Yeah.
And he had Saba already out to morph. Because I was watching
Right,
the morphin
Saba
sequence.
was, yeah.
Yeah, here he had the kid had Saba out. He had a different kind of. He didn't have the Mighty Morphin one.
I don't know.
Because in Super Sentai, every season or every different Power Ranger, like you had Turbo or White Ranger Power, were different characters.
To me-
Unlike in the first seasons of Power Ranger, you had Tommy going all the way to Turbo.
Right.
Or no, yeah, Turbo.
Some of them, hell, they didn't even turn into Rangers. They turned into the Zords of like the original Zords and shit.
Yeah.
Like I was looking at that, I was like, that's weird.
But
You
remember, I
morph
thought
and
the
morph into
Alien
a Zord.
Rangers, when the Alien Rangers came
Yeah,
for the
the
last
Aqua
season,
Rangers.
yeah, I
They were-
thought they were like the Super Sentai versions. Because they already didn't have a Pink Ranger. They only had the white one.
No, fucking Zordon called them because
They were kids.
they were kids, couldn't do nothing about it. But I'm like,
But during that time, the new Zords didn't have a pink one because Kimberly lost her powers and gave it to Cat.
right.
The Cat would jump in Tommy's Zord.
The pink one always just got fucked up. Like
Well, apparently what the lore was.
the one died
Yeah.
in Galaxy,
Galaxy.
Lost Galaxy.
And
She
then
got-
what's her
she
name
got
became
killed.
it?
Andromeda
Yeah, she became the Pink
from
Ranger.
space. Yep.
But no, apparently when they created the new power coins after the Mighty Morphin ones, when they went to go get the Ninja Ranger, it actually went to their life force. So like when
They were-
Kimberly was getting drained, she was actually dying.
They were burning up.
Yeah. I was like, holy shit.
All right, what we got for?
Our next
Excellent.
news is TikTok star Digital Princess arrested on child neglect charges in Fort Myers.
Digital Princess. Okay, that was okay. Again, that was the Puka Princess bitch.
Yes.
She originally got sued because she was using. She was
Pokey.
right. She was using the like,
She was just a fan,
the-
basically.
right.
She had all Pokemon tattoos. And like she spent a whole lot of money on Pokemon. Like
right, but because it became
famous. Like Pokemon
famous
Go.
that way, she got in trouble. Then she had to change her name to the
Digital Princess.
and then she even moved because she wasn't living here in Florida.
Now, recently she moved in the last
Right.
2 months.
She was living in California or
Yeah,
whatever.
she
Then
over-
moved
her
all the
family's over here.
right. That's the excuse we used, but we know it's because she was too goddamn famous. And in California, when you're famous, everybody fucking knows you.
Yeah,
Right? Like
she's
it's
trying to raise her
hard to get
son.
right. So, but then I guess she moved down here to Fort Myers,
Bought a house with her.
Bought a
Her
house.
dad and her bought a house.
right, and somehow got in trouble for
Apparently, she put her kid to bed. Kid woke up in a panic, ran outside crying. Neighbors called the cops. When she got home, because they got a hold of her through paperwork in the house. Because
Right.
they had, what's it called? What's that word? Probable cause to go in the house without a warrant.
Right.
Because the kid was outside.
Well, the kid.
So they found on paperwork.
If your child invites the officer in, it still counts as.
So they
you know,
found her number on one of the paperwork, and she came over, and she's like, "Oh, I went to go get laundry detergent, but it was halfway used." And then she basically got arrested, and then
Right.
she was at her friend's house that was 7 minutes away.
Right. Now she's
Like, friends, I bet you just moved here.
right. Now she's crying about, you shouldn't believe everything you hear and read. And,
Well, that's what the news. That's what the report said from the cops.
Right,
It's
like-
public record.
stuff like that. And all upset. Oh, boo hoo, me. And stuff like that. It's like, well, I don't know if you know this, right? But Florida don't play that.
Oh no, they
I
can't
don't know
leave
where
your
you're,
kid.
you can't
Hey,
just
but
leave
again,
your
it
kid in the house and take
depends.
off.
Nah, it does and it doesn't.
I
Like if
don't-
your kid's 7, is it okay?
I didn't get left in
people
the
got
house
left
till I
in-
was like 10. Once I was
Other
like 10,
people got left in
11,
the house at 7 and 8 when they
it
went
was-
to. But
it
it's
was-
90s.
It was like, hey, don't set the house on fire. Right, but it's like
It's
they're only running
90s,
to
it's
the
okay.
store.
90s is okay.
Yeah, 90s, everything was fine. Like, you could still smoke next to your children. You could.
In the restaurant.
Mom used to fucking hold me in one hand and smoke in the other.
Oh yeah. Now
so
you can't smoke in a car if there's a kid in the car.
you're not supposed to. No. I believe it is a law, right?
I think
and
it
they'll
is.
enforce it if they see it, but it is kind of hard to see the child in the car,
Yeah, especially
you know.
seeing of tinted windows.
right? Plus, you get a lot of moms that just
But
get upset.
you know, watch out, TikTok people, man. TikTok people found out anything, and they will roast your ass.
Well, you have to remember when you do a media form, right?
They will
TikTok,
find out.
YouTube, like
We joke about it.
podcasts
Like,
us.
was it the one guy was recording us? So you say the N word one day or something.
Right.
Those are
you
the
know.
people on TikTok, like fucking looking around. Because actually, before you sent me the messages, I didn't know what happened. Another creator was talking about the OnlyFans biggest collab before they were gonna get shut down,
Mm-hmm.
and she was invited.
Seems weird.
And then
a big
she's all
orgy.
like, "Well, she's not invited no more. Whatever she is, that's her business. We're not gonna comment on it."
Right.
And I'm like, "What the hell happened?" And then finally, I think you sent me the thing.
Well, it's like I said.
I was like, "What the hell did she do that you didn't? She can't go collab."
When you're on social media, you've got eyes on you. Okay, you may just like we don't have a lot of eyes on us,
I got
but
fired from Jeopardy
right,
because
you
of
know.
scandals that happened years ago.
I'm just saying, you gotta watch
They're like
your P's and
FBI.
Q's.
They're like FBI motherfuckers.
We get famous. That's when people come out of the woodwork and be like, "Oh, that time DJ,
Yeah, but we gotta get famous for the wrong reasons, so that way we can't get crucified. Just
Right,
like
we're
Bad
already-
Baby.
we're already bad people." Like we're
Oh no, they did something good. Crucify.
crucify 'em, right?
You know they promote charities, those fuckers,
Well,
but
that-
they don't donate.
that one guy on TikTok, the Joker or whatever he was calling
He got
himself.
kicked out.
So
Apparently,
he
he cracked the algorithm to get the 1 million followers or some shit.
Well, no. So what happened with this guy is all he was basically doing
It's the
was
same shit.
he was painting his face like the Joker and sitting there and with his fucking acoustic guitar and singing songs. He only had like 500 or 600 probably about maybe 50,000 fans, which really isn't a lot on TikTok.
And then boom.
Right. And then he went live one night, got in an argument with his old lady's mother, was calling him all kinds of names and screaming at him.
Oh wow. And he got banned.
And telling him to take her fucking kids and go live in the street and some type of shit. But because it was on live, people started sharing it. Next thing you know, it's being recorded. Next thing you know, people are making TikToks about it. Next thing you know, fucking he's got 1 million fans, but they turned his shit off. Right? Like people were subscribing to him to basically sit there and watch to see if he'd fucking implode again. Just had a bad day.
Yeah, TikTok doesn't like that shit.
And it's not all just having a bad day. He's probably a dickhead in real life, and you just like you don't see
Can't
it.
tell when he plays the guitar.
Right, because he doesn't do that. He just sits down and plays the guitar. He doesn't really talk about much or talk
That
to the
15
fans or things like.
seconds.
That's right.
What is a lot of YouTubers talk about it.
And now he goes on his mom's site and plays the acoustic guitar, and 2.5 people watch him, and that's about it.
But the people say, like, whatever you watch us online is usually an extended version of our personality if we're doing bits or something. but you're only seeing what we show you. You're not seeing our entire lives.
Right.
Like we're just acting, or it's a bit.
See, and that's where it's a little different. Like, I don't know about you. It's not really. You hide a lot of stuff. I'm an asshole from the time I wake up to the time I go to sleep.
It's true, he is.
Okay,
He came and stole my cigarettes yesterday.
I do have it. Yeah, I was out of cigarettes. I'm sorry about that.
He's just like, I'm taking it by.
Taking a see you
The only
later.
reason I'm telling you is because you caught me in an act.
That's right. I wouldn't have told you otherwise. But just like that though, it's like I lost my train of thought now.
You are who you are.
Right.
But again, if we did some kind of bit or an act, you extend your personality just a tad bit.
Right.
Like, because you're going to be playing an asshole. You're not going to play you, you're going to play an extended asshole.
Right.
You're still an asshole, but then you're not to that bit.
Well,
Or if I'm going to be the sensitive one like I am in real life, I'm going to extend it in the bit.
That's like you know what? Everybody has their bad days. Even the nicest of people.
But again, whatever happened in the past, I should leave it there. Unless it's like with Jeffrey Epstein and the Weinstein brothers.
Well,
whatever happened with Ralph, fucking leave it alone.
The thing is like, okay, like with the Scientology stuff that the wife was watching. All right, think about the
fucking stupid,
the guy
fucking
Mike.
Idiots.
Okay, the guy Mike, the writer or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Who was physically having people
beat,
beat and.
Oh, he was good at his job.
And chased down and followed and spied on and all kinds of things, family disconnected and stuff like that. He realized he was doing something wrong.
And now he's repenting.
And now he is trying to do everything he can
to open other people's eyes.
To make that right, okay? And that's like even like in superhero shows. Villain doesn't want to be a villain no more. Okay?
Oh, it happened with Frost and they tried to put her in jail.
Right. The only thing you can do is try to
take responsibility
and do stuff to help the situation that you've created now and move forward. It's a difficult thing. Okay. Now maybe Puka Princess or Digital Princess won't leave her kid in the house for 7 minutes by himself.
Well, just like it happens to other people too, regular people.
Yeah, but bitch, you got money, get a nanny, right? Like get a living nanny. I mean,
like for her, it's more. You could get reminded a lot more if you're a regular person. If you're a regular person, your mom's gonna make a fucking comment every 2 minutes, or DJ's gonna be like, "Take the trash out."
Right.
Like, that's it. But with her, it's like from people and what sucks is from people you don't know or judging you.
Gonna have to hear about it all day, every day.
Yeah. Like, oh, we're gonna do,
for the rest of her life. She'll be like 80. The kid will be 35.
Oh, you're the one that got neglected.
Right. Yeah. Oh, your mom left you in the house while you were sleeping.
Well, we saw recently what happened with the David Dobrik scandal and shit. They fucking brand deals take you out. As soon as you have any kind of bad press, out.
Well, they just sink your life. Disney just.
It's not just Disney, though. It's other brands.
No. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like the remember what happened with the guy from the Olympics?
Yeah.
Oh, he smoked some weed. Well, he wasn't doing steroids.
Yeah, it's not an enhancement.
He wasn't doing, if anything, right? He was he was slowing his cognitive ability to react, and he still whooped your ass.
He was robo tripping.
So like, I don't understand. Right, it's like weed gave him no advantage.
It didn't give him superpowers.
It didn't like.
If anything, it slowed him down.
Right.
Have you smoked weed? I don't get energy from weed. I want to take a nap and eat something, motherfucker.
I do. I always do, but that's because I'm more focused.
Yeah.
Right. I become more focused on weed. I'm not.
Well, because you're not focused on your pain.
Right.
I'm sure if you had zero pain and smoked the same amount of weed, you'd probably be like, "I'm hungry, I'm gonna take a nap."
I had two sandwiches. I swim good.
Actually, it's the equivalent of when we got the powder for the drinks, and you're like, "That was a great week."
Right.
What happened? I don't remember.
I have no idea. But
I slept.
But that's just like that, though. It's like all dude did was smoke some pot. Okay, he wasn't juicing. He wasn't getting fucking going out getting hammered. I don't even think he was smoking before the event or anything like that. He just smoked some weed, and they took his medals away.
I hate that.
They tried to crucify him.
Only because it's pot. It's 2021.
Well, right. They were trying to make an example out of him,
Stupid.
And And that's what happened, you know. Your endorsements and stuff really become your.
Well, yeah, you
because-
said you had a whole thing about the Olympics, how they make no money from it. It's their endorsements.
Well, because just like that, okay.
The goal is to get on that Wheatie box. Like,
Right. The goal is to get
the goal and get the Wheatie box.
Get on the Wheaties, get your track shoes, get
PR,
your
PPR.
you know, be the most famous, be the fastest, be the strongest.
Because the Olympics don't give you shit.
Right, because it's not like, oh well, you won first place, here's $1 million. No, it's not a thing. Because here's your gold. I mean, I guess if you melted the gold down and sold it, because it's a real gold medal, right? It's not like
they stopped using gold 40 years ago.
Yeah,
Son of a bitch.
It's gold plated.
That's why the gold never touches you. It's the ribbon, so you don't get the green.
All right, it's gold with titanium under it or something.
Gold plated.
You know, gold
It's
plated.
not supposed to be this heavy.
Like, why is it not bending? Like, this is weird.
Do the teeth thing.
You know, but
Why did my diamond cut it?
you lose all your shit real quick for making a quick mistake.
Unless you're Justin Bieber and you just do a good redemption story, or Logan Paul.
You know, or you're Eminem and you got money now, so you really don't give a fuck.
Well, no,
right,
he did redemption too, because when he was addicted to painkillers and stuff.
Right, when he was addicted to painkillers, but it's like a while back people because that's when the whole big thing was like, just cancel him, fuck it, nobody listened to him, blah blah blah, done.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Right, they tried to do that to Eminem. It's like, have you heard Eminem's lyrics?
They tried now to do it when he's all clean and shit. Like,
and it's like
no one goes after Eminem, no rapper.
Well, because you can't.
What are you gonna do?
They turn around and slay your ass.
Oh my god, so many people are like, oh, like when they asked Eminem go on a verse with them on a thing like Forever with Drake.
Right.
Kanye said he heard he heard Eminem's, and then spent the next 2 weeks rewriting his verse after hearing Eminem's verse.
Yeah,
he's like, fuck.
I had to
rewrite it
because it wasn't as good as fucking Eminem.
Eminem goes hard in every verse like Phil Collins did during Tarzan. Like, there's no reason Phil Collins had to go that hard in Tarzan.
Right. Like I said, it's you know, for certain, like you can't cancel Eminem.
No.
You know, you could.
That man was the first one to try to get canceled back in the 90s and shit. I'm talking about Britney Spears.
Right.
He boycotted award shows to spend time with his daughter.
Right.
Like, I won? Oh.
Oh, well. You know,
He boycotted when they were, like, weren't giving black celebrities awards or something like that. No, he's not even black. He's like, this is dumb. I'm not going. And then finally, when he did go, he performed. Right. That was it. And he performed with Elton John about the gay things, and then with Rihanna.
Yeah. So, like, that was another big thing with Eminem. They're like, oh, well,
he's homophobic.
He's homophobic. And then even Elton John was like, yo, he's definitely not homophobic, okay?
He sent him cock rings for his wedding.
Right. It's a verse in a rap, okay? It's like a comedian's joke.
It's a bit.
Right. It's not who he is. It's what other people think is funny. Shady. Right. If Elton John can turn around and be like, you need to chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
Right?
And he's like, you want me to tell you how not homophobic he is on the Grand Orange show? He goes, when I got married, or my union ship in London, he sent me a package of cock rings.
Yeah.
Cold encrusted, diamond encrusted cock rings.
Yeah.
Haven't been used.
He said, I just got him hanging on my wall, really.
That's it.
You know.
Right. Elton John and what's his name? Sir Ian McKellen. Like, the gayest knights. Like, if the Queen can knight them, you guys should have a problem with gay people.
Right.
Like, our next news, adult film star Ron Jeremy indicted on more than 30 counts of sexual assault.
See, that one I don't. Did I send you that one too? You stole 2 of them.
No. I found this one.
You're dirty.
I put movie star and somehow this came up.
See,
at 68, he ain't looking good.
No, he's Ron Jeremy wasn't looking good at 30.
He just had the big thing for the 80s.
You know, the thing is, right, is okay, so you're a porn star. Okay. You're almost a household name for a porn star.
Especially
like,
in the 80s.
Right, which is really difficult. Because porn stars just aren't household names. No. Like nobody's especially
like,
hey,
men. Like,
right,
you know the women, Riley Reid and Lana Rhodes, but like Ron Jeremy.
I don't know who the fuck those are either.
Well, they're on TikTok now, so that's how you know.
Oh.
Oh, OnlyFans.
But it's like you're already getting paid to have sex. right? Why are you getting sexual abuse charges right now?
It's probably the same thing that happened with Bill Cosby. It probably happened a decade ago at a party when they're all drinking. Like,
Is that a party?
probably
He's
90.
probably just walking around showing his dick off, like, see,
Yeah,
look
yeah.
how big it is, and
Remember, whatever you did in the 90s, you're gonna pay for it now.
See, that's crazy. I'm sure the people are doing things now they shouldn't be
I'm sure
paid
the
for.
70-year-old ain't coming up to you, and if that was the case, just blame Alzheimer's or something.
I mean, that didn't work anymore. You can't just be like, oh, I'm crazy and old, and don't.
What is it for waiting?
I don't know. You can't walk out and just show your dick to everybody and walk off.
He's like in waiting. He's like, how is? No. He's like, well, you get to go in your underwear and flick little kids off, and he's like, what's the downfall? He's like, well, you don't know you're doing it. He's like, well, at least you get to meet new people every day.
Walk out and your gown open up. You're my dick.
It's all honey. He's 70, so now it's just gravity took place.
But it doesn't say. He
pled not guilty to all the charges.
Oh, I'm sure he did. He's probably like, I was paid to show him my dick. Like, I don't.
We were on set, and he said action. I'm like, I don't.
Right.
I'm not guilty. Like,
I had to whip my
perform.
dick out. Could have been like the camera crew. Oh, I don't want to see that. It's like, well, you're working. You're getting paid right
Shooting
now.
a porn. And porn, like, there's more porn being shot than Tyler Perry movies. Like,
Right. It's like, all right, you're gonna fuck this
120
bitch,
movies.
then this one, then that one, then this one. Like, you've got a long day
what
ahead of
was
you.
it? In Californication, Vagina Town.
I don't know. And he's been in like regular movies and stuff like
He's
that.
been in movies, TV shows,
Cameos.
Yeah. Songs.
Cameos, really. He's never really had a.
No, he's been in songs. Like I fuck like Ron Jeremy. Yeah. Some punk rock song.
Move. You know what? Moving on.
China limits online video games to 3 hours a week for young people. The new regulation bans minors from playing online video games between Monday and Thursday and allows an hour of play on Fridays. I guess that 1 hour on Saturday and 1 hour on Sunday.
I'm sorry. If I want to play a video game, you're not going to tell me when I'm playing.
You haven't been to China.
That's
They
why I don't
banned
go
Doctor
to.
Who.
That's why I don't go to China.
They banned Doctor Who.
I'm sure there's people there who watch Doctor Who.
No, but they fucking control the internet. Like, I mean, control it.
Like
The government controls.
If you even type in Doctor Who, the SWAT team's outside your house.
That's how you think they're gonna monitor someone playing online video games? And you know they have that webcam on and shit like Xbox.
As you know, most of them kids are playing Pokemon and stuff, so it's like they can Pokemon, fucking Mario Kart.
It's like, how do you know it's the young one and not one of us playing? Like,
Right.
You have to register how
Well,
old
you probably got to put in your age and your
no, we don't lie.
Gamer tag. Damn, how bad did I move it?
Bad.
Oh wow. Oof.
No.
What are you talking about? Perfect now. It's right on my face.
I'll have to fix that later. Now you're too big.
You're too big. Said now you're too big. Jesus. Sorry, I moved the camera. It's my fault. I can see Evie now.
There we go.
And you just like
Made you smaller.
make me smaller. I'm shrinking.
Yeah, but China don't like them. China don't play that shit.
To me, that's where government's going too far.
Hey, you chose to live there.
It's just like, I don't
That's
think
where
you
they
did.
gone too far. Now when they had to
you
kill your other daughter off
were
because you're having
born.
too many kids.
Hey, don't have too many kids. I don't know.
When they didn't allow you to watch Doctor Who.
Learn
this
to
is
pull
the-
out. Like I don't. I'm just saying, like,
Learn to pull out.
they don't. They just it's crazy over there.
Oh man, people like digital marketing are trying to get a hold of us in other countries.
Yeah, I want to digital market us and everywhere.
We must be famous. Our last news of the day is Florida man wanted in car theft tries hiding from canine under mattress, gets bit in the face.
Oh. Bit right in the face? Like just
Right in the face.
Just where was this mattress that
It just says wanted man efforts to hide underneath the mattress from sheriff's deputies was thorned by a canine who sniffed him out and caught him.
thwarted?
So probably like he was in his house and they came. And it's like, oh, we don't know where he is. A dog, go find him.
That's that's why. Listen, kids. Let me tell you something. If you're gonna get fucking chased down by the police, oh, good morning, Sonia. If you're gonna get down by the police, just go with them.
Yeah, they already know
Right.
who you are. They already know who you are.
Right. Don't run.
Where are you gonna go?
Right.
Unless you're gonna run the rest of your life.
Right. Unless you're planning on running the rest of your life.
Changing your name.
But once like the police are there and they got the canine out, because you're not gonna outrun the dog. All right, dog's gonna run you down 10 out of 10 times.
Unless you can hold your breath.
Right. Like you've got to be like just
a track star.
If you're one of those parkour guys, you go ahead and run. Right, because you're getting away.
Gone.
Right, but most of
us... Run in
us...
circles, too. Fuck the dog up.
Right, just the dog has...
the mattresses? That's crazy.
Like...
Really fuck that dog up. Just go fucking circles.
Worst part is it was probably his mattress, so it probably smelled like him.
Yeah.
Right, like you've got to think, okay, I've got to fool a dog. So I got to be in someone else's mattress that I don't smell, because he's already saw and got my scent. Right, you need to change your scent and get the fuck out of there. That's why do you think when you watch jail movies, they're like rolling through the mud and changing their clothes and
you just start shitting.
Yeah, just
start shitting.
Putting. Well, it's normally mud. It's gross to spread shit all over your body.
Yeah, but they're really get confused then.
Why do I smell crocodile shit? Gross.
We're gonna put this dinosaur pee on us.
I don't know, and then get bit in the face. That sucks.
I know, right there. The horrible place to get bit.
You know.
Right there, you get the stitches up and down. Ugh.
You know the dog trying to rip the side of your face off, because now you ran away. So now the officer
I'm hoping he just did this and stopped, and then do what dogs normally do, which is shake their head.
I'll just go with him. All right, let's go.
Let's go.
You know.
No need to handcuff. Not gonna fit.
That's right.
I'll just willingly get in.
Like, because you're going to call 30 guys, right? Especially as soon as they see me, 10 officers. So I'm just like, well, I'll just go, right? Like, there's no...
I saw a TikTok guy fuck with the cop. Like, leaning... This black guy
squaring up with the cop?
No, there's a black guy leaning against the cop car, and the guy's doing his thing, and he goes like this, and the cop freaks out. He's like, gotcha. This dog's a savages, too. I see someone's leg after. I can't imagine the face.
Well, yeah, because they're trained to bite you.
They're
not trained to be nice.
They're trying to take you down.
Right. You know, they're trained.
And every time you struggle with them,
it gets
they're
worse.
gonna fucking lock harder because you think you're getting away.
You know,
and if you kick the dog, that's a felony.
Right. If you hurt the dog in any way,
it's like you're hitting a police officer.
But that's where I start to get pissed. Okay. Because if you hurt their dog in any way, it's like harming a police officer.
If they hurt your dog.
But they can shoot your fucking dog.
I was in danger.
Right. And go, oh, I was in danger.
No, you're right. You should bring your dog out and they should fight it out.
Well, no. Okay. But it's like if I'm walking my dog, okay, and the officer comes up to me and wants to arrest me, right? Follow me back to my house. Allow me to put my dog away. Right. And then I will go with
peacefully
to jail, no problem. Right now, your dog's trained to protect you. What do you think other people's dogs are? Trained to protect them.
What do you think my Chihuahua's gonna do?
Okay, right. What do you think my it varies. It's still, but it's like God damn it, right? And then you shoot the dog, and now the dog's lost its life.
They don't know better. They're here to protect you. Someone came to you hostilely.
Oh man,
raise their voice.
It drives me nuts. I always say, right, being a police officer is not a bitch boy job. Okay, it is a real person's job. Okay, being afraid of a dog is not like, I don't give a fuck about a canine, right? Like, I will whoop a canine's ass, but I don't want to hurt the dog, and the dog is just doing its goddamn job, and this is why I go peacefully.
Now you're gonna put the dog in a headlock.
Damn the dog in a headlock, I'm gonna twist its neck. Okay,
but dogs are practically people, like your undocumented mutt. Same with people. It's the American way.
I know, but it drives me nuts. You know, like fuck. All you want to
show respect,
right? It's like shit. Let me just put my dog away real quick, and I will go with you, no problem.
I'm cooperating.
Okay. You know, let me hand him to a neighbor or something like that. Like
somebody knows.
Like you understand. You're approaching me. The dog is just doing its job like your dog would be doing. Right, so just shoot the dog.
TJ's the one that tells the cops, stay where you are.
You know, right, just...
Who are you to tell it? I'm just say, stay where you are.
Give me a second. I'm going to put the dog away. I'm going to go with you. No problems. Right? You know, things don't always get handled properly, I guess, is my,
too anxious.
right. This is why I couldn't be a cop, right? Because we're like, Officer Fuckboy started getting all crazy. I'd probably smack the shit out of Officer Fuckboy, be like, all right, I'm going to handle this because you apparently can't. You know, like,
oh, you go back to the car.
right, you go back to the car, I'll take care of this. I'd get fired within a week. I'm just saying. I'd be fired immediately.
Right, because they probably have that thing like, oh, we're supposed to stick together, and like now if you're doing something wrong.
No, you know, you're not above the law any much than anyone else is. You know.
What's it called? I saw a cop like person, I guess it's higher than a cop or something, pull over a cop for running a red light.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What do you need my driver's license for? You ran a red light."
Oh, state troopers will pull over PBSO. They don't give a fuck if you're speeding too bad. Like they give them a little bit more room than you know.
He's like, it's a
civilians.
County, it's a county car. Of course, it has registration. And hey, why'd you even pull me over? Because you turned your lights off and went to the red light. Well, it's better to be pissed on.
I don't know. Like I said, I when I get pulled over by cops, I'm normally pretty cool. It's like, oh, you know, I do what I'm supposed to. You know.
Hopefully.
The one time I did what I was supposed to, I got a gun pulled on me, but that's a different story for a different day. You know. My dad had always told me if you get pulled over, take your keys out, put them on your roof so the officer doesn't think you're going to try to run.
Makes sense.
Right. So I did that, and the officer come up, pulled his gun on me, right? Had his gun in my face, which I didn't notice because he had his fucking light in my face. I couldn't see shit. Right? He's like, why'd you put your keys on your roof? And he goes, Griffey. I'm like, yes. And he puts his gun away, and I go, did you just have your motherfucker? Because I knew the officer. I'm like, did you just have your fucking gun in my face? He's like, well, you put your keys on the roof. Right? That tells me you have dealings with with police. You said my name. You recognized my face and said Griffey. Yes, obviously I'm dealing with like come the fuck on, right? Like you knew me by name. I didn't hand you because it was when I was working in clubs and shit. I knew a lot of PBSO and stuff like Palm Springs, stuff like that. I'm like, you said my name. Obviously, I have dealings with officers. Don't you ever pull your fucking gun. I got pissed. I told him. I was like, don't you do it. It's fucked up because like all I did was put my keys on the roof of the car. Have you lost your fucking mind?
I'm not gonna drive away.
Right. Shut up. And then I just drove away. I was so mad. All right, that's the end of the news for today.
Now we're trying the wife's cooking. She's still on vacation.
We're trying. Yeah, she's still on the vacations.
She's
not on vacation.
We'll never forget her though. I will always say, it's her only segment. We're not erasing it. I will always remind her of it.
It'll be back sometime. Josh had vegetables yesterday, so I thought I was trying the wife's cooking. He's like, "Oh, vegetables! Never eaten these before."
The way it was presented to me with a lime on top and the back.
But that's how it was cooked.
I know, but the presentation.
Oh, the presentation! The presentation was so high.
I was like, "Oh, this must be trying the wife's cooking."
Yeah, I don't do presentation.
Yeah, well, she did.
Like when I cook, I don't.
Yeah, no. Here's a spoon.
You're right. You're lucky if it's edible.
Here's a glop of fucking mashed potatoes, not equally proportioned with the mac and cheese, and here's 2 pieces of chicken.
That's it.
That's it. And now it's in the mashed potatoes.
Right. And you're lucky you're getting dinner to begin with, because I'm not.
But we got some questions.
I'm not the cook.
Our topics for the next 7 minutes.
For the next
How
7
do you usually find good restaurants, CJ?
How do I usually find good restaurants?
Yeah.
I don't.
Remember you and your wife found that one restaurant down in Wellington?
Oh, Beauty and the Beef? Well, as I get bored, I just look up online like anyone else.
Find good TV shows that no one knows about.
You know, I just try different things, like Beauty and the Beef. Other than it being super expensive, it's delicious.
Cheesecake.
You know, Cheesecake Factory. Yeah, but everyone knows about Cheesecake Factory.
Well, now we have DoorDash and other things you can look at the menu online. So anyone that has mozzarella sticks, I'm willing to try.
I don't see like I've
If I
never
can't
been here
pronounce
before.
it must be bougie.
If I can't pronounce it, it must be
Bougie.
It must be bougie.
And I can't afford it.
No, I was telling you, like Beauty and the Beef, right? It's got a hamburger anywhere from like $10 to $100. You
A
know,
big hamburger.
yeah, it's a giant hamburger. Or like Gordo Burger's fucking delicious. It's a big
I like the
hamburger.
hole in the wall mom and pop ones.
Yeah, like Gordo Burgers. Stuff
Like
like
Gordo
that.
burgers, yeah.
But
Gordo burger.
I don't know. I basically just if you've never been there, try it once. You know, I'm I'm normally the type of person that doesn't like doing that because I don't like to.
The restaurant you went for her birthday was awesome.
I don't even remember.
I don't know. It was too late. I stayed home.
I always forget.
Kim
Oh,
knows.
yeah, Kim knows. I know it was someplace.
I don't know the name though.
I don't either. They walk around and they bring you meat, right? Like a
Oh,
guy
yeah, you're telling me that.
with
Yeah.
a stick of meat comes and sees if you want meat and they just give you meat and then you go up and get your
That sounds like
vegetables. Stuff like
DJ's
that.
fucking dream.
I like I said, I thought it was good.
Some guy just handing DJ meat.
They kicked us out because me and Bob were fat. They were like, "You eat too much. Go home. Go home.
Too much meat?
Too much meat." You know.
They
But-
fasted for 2 days
Right. We didn't eat the whole day just to go, but
to eat the meat.
it's basically just trying new things. You know, you gotta expand
Especially when you move to a
your
new area so you can see what's around you, what's
Right.
good or not.
you gotta expand your palate. What's our next question?
What kind of sense of humor do you have?
See, I don't think that doesn't make any sense.
And when you do stand up again?
Cause like, am I supposed to? I didn't
mean,
mind stand up.
after the pandemic.
You know, like I might get back into stand up eventually. It was fun. I just like talking and bullshitting, basically.
You
Like
can
that's.
do stand up like that.
Hmm?
You can do stand up like that.
I normally do. So like, I'll tell a few jokes here or there, and then I'll fuck with the crowd because I like, I like that feedback type thing. I like ask questions of the crowd and mess with the crowd
Where are
and
you
stuff like
from?
that.
You're a cunt.
Well, it's like the one time I did it, we had there was a bunch of Wellington kids there because we were in Wellington.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of Lake Worth kids, right? So I was talking about that, made a joke. I was like, "Oh shit!" As soon as they found out the Lake Worth kids were here, did you hear all the car alarms go beep beep outside? Right?
Next thing you know, you want $50 a gram.
Because all the Wellington kids just locked their cars and fucking put their wallets away. You know?
And now they're buying $50 grams.
Right. So I try not to go into like that. I just stay away from that.
TJ just opens the thing. Why can't you beat your kids anymore?
God damn it! Why can't you beat your
Some of y'all
children?
need to be beat.
You know,
Should have been beat more.
I was telling them like when I get pulled over, there's like 5 cars, a helicopter, made the helicopter noise.
We have Andre the Giant's child.
You
here.
know, so, but I don't know. Stand up. Basically, just joking around, being funny. But it's hard to be funny nowadays. You get people don't always get it.
Yeah, it's a hard profession.
Yeah, make a joke now, get crucified for it later. You remember that time he said these type of people had big toes? Like
So we got all types of hoes. Hoes with no toes. Hoes
You
with
know.
afros.
like hose on Santa, like
Ho ho ho.
I'm just saying it's
Leave a comment below if you want to see DJ do stand up again. We'll do a live version.
live
When there's
version.
no feedback.
No, see, I can't.
I'm just typing away ha 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 ha.
That doesn't. I gotta see people.
I know. That's what they didn't like doing the drive-in. Some of the comedians because they like the honking. So it's like I don't know if they're mad or
Right. Honk
'cause
twice for
apparently,
angry.
The way that they said it is when they do new material is they go to the local comedy clubs and see how it does and cut what needs to be cut,
Right.
and they need feedback for that. And a drive-in theater is not good for that.
No, because you gotta honk once for good and honk 3 times for terrible. Honk 4.5 times if you're pissed.
I think you could do a whole bit about being too tall and how it's different for you in this life.
I normally do. Like
And then you can like lead off with your scared of heights.
I do tall jokes and
Why are you scared? You're scared of heights? Yeah, it's
know.
farther down for me.
it's a lot further down for me. Yeah, you're right there, and for me, there's a whole nother
We get
atmosphere
the
up
house of
here.
weather jokes.
Yeah. You guys talk about global warming, but I'm living it right now. It hasn't gotten to you yet.
How do you think I feel when my hearing goes out? It's a farther distance.
Right. The reason I'm yelling is because you're so far down. Those type of jokes, stuff like that. Yeah.
We would like to thank everyone for watching. Don't forget to
Oh.
like and subscribe. Again, our hearts go out to Louisiana. If you want to help, there is a link down below.
Don't forget to catch us every Tuesdays between 10 and 12, and Wednesday between 4 and 6 for what I like to call our talk show After Dark
In Australia.
in Australia. We're not in Australia. Like, we don't go to Australia on Wednesday.
At that time.
It starts to get dark.
And it's in the future.
Don't forget that today is the last day of back to school month, and our charity for this month is Kids in Need Foundation.
Well, I'm pretty sure the kids will be in need for all year long.
Right.
Remember, just because the month's over doesn't mean
the kids don't stop needing. What else we got? Don't forget we have Anchor FM, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts, and wherever you get your podcast and news.
So again, if you haven't done it yet, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Toodaloo, motherfuckers.
That's Sonia's thing.